Change your life, learn to code. Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm from the US. I'm actually kind of escaping the US right now. I've been in China for 8 years already. It's been a long time. I love to travel. I sort of have many different parts to my personality. I can't really describe myself as one thing. So I had the experience of coding every day. So going from not coding at all into 2 months, more than 2 months, of only coding from 9 to 6 or 7 in the evening. At first it's a challenge. You're not sure what you're doing. You're actually a little bit afraid that you're going to break everything. But then once you realize, you go step by step, right? Small steps. You realize you're not going to break things. And then you get used to typing what you're supposed to type. And then little by little, it becomes less of a task. It becomes easier and easier to do as you go along. And when you look back at it, you say, oh yeah, this is easy, when it seemed so hard when you first started. In terms of transitioning full-time to tech, before starting, I didn't really think about that. Of course, you never know what the future is going to bring, so I thought it would be great to learn. And I also really like doing the back end. In the travel company, in Traveler Society, I was always in the back end trying to make everything look perfect and do a great web form and make sure the experience really flowed well for people. And there were some problems that I encountered that I couldn't fix by myself. That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to sign up. But I could definitely see myself working full-time in tech after the course. If the opportunity should arise, we never know what the future will bring. So for the final project, we created a mini app that helps people discover Shanghai, or even the city they're in, through its architecture. And I thought about this idea because whenever I'm walking around Shanghai, I always see all these old buildings and I realize I know nothing about them. And there are so many stories behind them. And the best way you can learn about a place is through its architecture. Architecture carries the story of the space you're in. It tells you about the values. It tells you about what happens. In the houses in Shanghai, there were different families from all different walks of life, and I really wanted to know more about that and the people who built them. And I thought there would be other people who were interested in the stories that the spaces in Shanghai has to tell as well. When you do something, right, you do the exercises, you see all the red. Maybe you can't solve the problems, right? And so you get a little bit discouraged, especially when you're sort of used to being able to do things when you jump into them, right? So the way it's taught, the course is taught, it really challenges you to learn on your own and learn by doing. And when you realize that you might need extra help, it doesn't feel as nice, but you just have to push through it. I think what's interesting is you come out of the course sort of with a new identity. So before you weren't a developer, and now you are. And even though you feel like maybe you're not advanced enough, you are a developer, and then you keep learning, and it becomes ingrained in you. And so it makes you keep wanting to learn. So it's even like you start out knowing nothing, you learn something, and then it sort of instills this desire to learn more. Something I did learn, and there's still a lot more room for improvement, is being nicer to myself. I mean, more like, don't put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect, right? You're learning and you will make it, but don't beat yourself up if you don't get one problem. Eventually, you will get it. If you're thinking about learning to code, you're not sure how to start, maybe you're afraid, I would suggest that you can go to some tutorials. There are plenty around town. Those always help sort of break that barrier. You can look online on YouTube for some videos. Maybe try building something yourself, see how far you get. But the first step is getting started. Choose a project and go for it.
改变你的人生，学习变成